Hello, everyone. My name is Kenneth Ellington. This is part two of my Splunk workshop series. Just to let you know, the first part of this presentation is going to be mostly overview of what Lab 1 was. So just going over what Splunk is, how you can use it, the basics of it. Because I want you guys to have a very good foundation before we get into more complicated topics in the coming months and weeks. To start off, for those of you who don't know me, I'm a cybersecurity graduate from the University of South Florida. I graduated this past May. I'm a software engineer at the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, or DTCC for short. An interesting fact about me is I'm a huge My Hero Academia fan. Hopefully, season 5 comes out in spring. We'll see how COVID goes, but hopefully that happens. And a lot of you are still probably wondering, what is Splunk? I get this question a lot. And the best way I can describe it is Splunk is a log management and data aggregation platform. So in English, what that means is it takes all your machine data from all your different endpoint devices, such as Apache web logs, firewalls, IoT devices. It takes all that data, it and then it indexes it and turns it into searchable events. So what that means is all the data that you have that you normally wouldn't know what to do with, you're able to find really cool insights about it that your company can use to make more money or be more efficient or help your customers out more, which is what your executives want. Because making decisions based off of hunches and guesses isn't making educated decisions, and we don't want that. So there's three basic components to a Splunk instance, and the three main ones are a search head, an indexer, and a forwarder. And there's going to be another graphic that I'll show you a little bit later that will go over it a little bit more for those more of the visual learners. A search head is um, a search head is where you actually use SPL to search for your events. And an indexer is where your data gets stored and gets indexes and turned into events. And a forwarder is a light instance of Splunk that you install on whatever endpoint device that you want to forward the data to. You install it, it's going to forward that data to the indexer. The indexer is going to index those machine data events, and then your search is going to search on the flat files of the index, and then I'll bring back the data that you're looking for. And if you guys have any more questions, you guys can put in the chat and I'll get to them quickly as possible. But even after this, I'll give you more links to the docs that you can use if you guys want to study more about it. This is an example diagram. So as I was saying a little bit earlier, the forwarders normally will have load balancers on them in like an enterprise environment.
Kenneth?
And for those of you who don't know, wait, did someone say something?
Yeah, Kenneth, are you advancing the slides? They seem to be stuck on the first page.
Oh, really? What? Huh. Okay, let's see this.
Okay, I see the example diagram now. Thank you.
Okay. All right. As I was saying, the for the forwarders, they normally have load balancers on them, and the load balancer, for those of you who don't know, it basically is a device that manages the load that's getting distributed throughout the different servers. So one server doesn't overexert itself or use too much of resources if it doesn't have enough. So it normally balances your server load, or in this case, the forwarders. And as you can see, this is a Linux forwarder on a Linux server. This is, I think, this is Windows, and this is, I believe, Mac. And these are firewalls, and these are routers. So, so your forwarder is going to forward that data, the machine data, to the indexers right here. The indexers are going to index that data, and then when you, as a user or the analyst or the engineer, when you're trying to search up the events, the search head's going to search against those flat file indexes, and that's how you're going to bring back the events. And for the firewalls and routers, sometimes I believe for certain devices and certain technologies, you're not actually allowed to install the actual forwarder or Splunk instance on it. For example, if you want to get Twitter data, because you want to, I don't look at your tweets or some odd reason in Splunk, you wouldn't install an actual Splunk instance on a Twitter server, because if you're not a Twitter engineer or system admin Twitter, that's illegal. You can go to jail for that. So you would do an API call to actually get that data inside your instance. For some reason it's not working. Let's see. Okay. Next up is getting it on our machines. So if you guys go to this link right here? It's splunk.com, and I'll show you exactly where it's at. I already have it on my machine, but I'll show you the steps. So let me know when you guys are on the screen before I get started. Was everyone able to get here? Cool. So when you get here, you're gonna click on the free Splunk sign. I should already be logged in, hopefully. Oh, let's see. What was it? Oh, thank God. Gotta be kidding me. Oh, is it gonna do this again? Please don't do this. And everyone can see my screen, right? Cool. I might have to reset my password again. I don't know why I always do this. Oh, I know it's a hard way then. Let me see. All right, perfect. Now I'm logged in. All right. As I was saying, click on the free Splunk sign. These are the different options. You have Splunk Enterprise, Splunk Cloud, and Splunk Free. We're gonna be using the Splunk Enterprise version, and it's free for 60 days. And click on that. And for I think about just about everyone, you're gonna download the 64-bit version. You can click the download now. And if I wasn't here, they have videos for each one of these. I already have this installed. I'm just gonna go through the steps for right now. So it's gonna download. There should be like a wizard that pops up to help you out. Let me go in my download section, my files. If it doesn't pop up, you can go on your downloads and click on it. So it should run. There you go. So when a wizard comes up for you guys, just follow all of the vault steps for it. We're not gonna do anything special here for right now. It might take a while to download, depending on the fast on how fast your machine is. Has anyone else finished downloading for my slow machine? All right, cool. So yeah, so all I can really do right now is just wait. I mean, I already have mine installed on it, so whenever everybody else gets finished, just let me know. We can move on ahead. Or if you have any issues at all, just let me know. We'll walk through it together. We'll give it like 2 or 3 more minutes. Is there anyone that doesn't have Splunk installed in their machine right now that needs help? Question in the chat. Anyone else have an issue? Anybody else having issues with sign up? It won't let me click create account. Tiffany, so you're saying that it's not letting you sign up?
No, it's not letting me sign up.
Oh. Is it giving you like an error alert at all from Splunk?
No, no error at all. It's just once I fill in all the required information, and agree and do the checkbox to agree to the terms and the little area where you're supposed to click to create your account, it's like whited out. So I can't even create an account.
What browser are you using?
Chrome.
Oh, that's really odd then.
But if not, I'll just follow along.
Yeah, I can stay with you after class to see if we can get that fixed.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna move on ahead, guys. If anybody has any issues or gets a little behind, don't worry. I'll stay after class as long as it takes, so you can get all caught up. All right. I'll go back to this one. Man, my machine's moving slow today. Jesus. Okay. So once you have Splunk downloaded, it's gonna prompt you to make what was that? I believe an admin account. So it's just like making an account for a website. So just make a username and password. But make sure that you remember that if you're gonna use Splunk after this, because since you're the admin, if you lose your password, they can't really help you out. You have to reset everything. So when you get logged in, should take you to the homepage right here, and your apps are going to be in the side. And the search and reporting app is always going to be on here. It's one of the pre-installed apps. The app that we're gonna use for today is called the Splunk add-on for Microsoft Windows. Now I'm gonna go over what apps are so you're not confused. An app is usually a pre-made set of files downloaded inside your Splunk instance. And the difference between apps and add-ons, and apps are usually more robust and they come with pre-made dashboards or pre-made alerts or reports. And they're usually made for more specific use cases. The one that we have right now, the Windows one, or the one that you're going to get on your machine, is specifically made for Windows use cases for security and system events that are happening. And an add-on is usually more generic, and it's usually just used just to enrich a certain data set that you have, and it can be used in many use cases. And I'll show you what an actual add-on looks like in just a second. So we're gonna go to find more apps. Should take us to Splunk base. Yes, it does. So you're gonna type in Windows in the search bar in the left-hand corner. And you should see the Splunk add-on from Microsoft Windows. I'm highlighting it right now. Since I already have been downloaded, I can't download it again, but click the install button and let me know when you get to that step. And technically this is an add-on, but for some odd reason it allows us to click it in the app space. I'm not really sure why Splunk allows that for this one. Because this can be used for almost any Windows data set. You guys are probably wondering what Splunk base is. It's basically the app store for Splunk. So developers develop apps and they put on the Splunk base to be used by different companies and different users and such. And so you can actually develop an app yourself if you want to. It's not that complicated. Or I shouldn't say that. This all might be complicated. But for the most part, it's not too difficult to do in most cases. I'm looking to actually do another webinar on this in the near future. If you guys are interested in that. Can you just add an add-on in the Splunk base? Yes, you can. That is possible. You can add it, but Splunk has pre-approved apps. So to get officially, I guess it's to say licensed by Splunk, and I'm using air quotes, but you can't see my face. To do that, they have to go through their approvement process, and then there'll be like a little like dot on your app. But anybody can just make an app and put on the Splunk base. And usually when the apps are pre-approved, they get more users to use them. Does anyone not have the Splunk add-on on their machine right now and needs help getting it? Oh no, for your Splunk instance, that's a new password. That's a new password and new username. So it won't be the same that you use for the actual Splunk.com website. There'll be two different sets. Yes, it does. It uses a lot. Oh, for the app. I think I meant to actually log into your Splunk instance. Yes, yes. It's going to be the same, I believe, for Splunk.com. Mrs. Johnson, yeah, I'm taking for me. I'll stay after with you to get that situated. But you can still use basic search and reporting app to get this done for today.
Sorry, I have a quick question. I joined late. It's 64-bit or 32-bit?
64.
Okay, thanks.
No problem. Yeah, Hassan. You can still use the search and reporting app to do everything that we do. This just enriches your data set to give you more insights that you normally wouldn't find. Okay. So we're gonna go back to the PowerPoint. And there's 3 for onboarding data. There's 3 main ways you can do it. One is file monitoring, and that is normally where you're gonna point your Splunk instance towards one of your own personal files. It doesn't have to be one of your own personal files. If you're on a large network, it can be network files. But in our case, it can be for our own personal files. So it's gonna point to our window files. It's gonna monitor those. Whenever those change or something happens, it's gonna get ingested by Splunk.